Genetically engineered foods have deeply infiltrated the American food supply. Almost 90% of crops like corn, soybeans, canola, and sugar beets grown in the United States are now genetically modified. Genetic engineering promises increased crop yields, lower costs for farmers, and reduced use of herbicides. But are these goals really being achieved? Are you benefiting from genetically engineered crops or paying a dear price for you and your children's future?
What I see when most students come into class is that they come in with some preconceived ideas of what GMOs are and some pretty strong opinions on whether they think they're good or bad.
What do you think about GMOs?
They're bad.
What do you think about GMOs?
I believe that they help our environment by giving us cancer.
What do you think about GMOs?
Hi, Mom.
What do you think about GMOs?
I don't appreciate
What do you think about
I don't
GMOs?
appreciate it.
Just tell me and I can go.
I think I'm gonna die.
All for you.
As in Washington?
What do you think about GMOs?
I don't really care.
Good job.
What do you think about GMOs?
I think they're really bad for the environment.
What do you think about GMOs?
Manchester bad. I'm the best sniper.
What do you think about GMOs?
I think GMOs are really good for the environment because they help people eat food.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What do you think about GMOs?
I'm not answering your question until you're done being creepy.
What do you think about GMOs?
I don't care.
What do you think about GMOs?
They're bad.
What do you think about GMOs?
What she said.
What do you think about GMOs?
No comment.
What do you think about GMOs?
They're not good.
What do you think about GMOs?
They're great.
What do you think about GMOs?
Same as same.
What do you think about GMOs?
Get out of my face.
What is it? I don't think I can get over there.
Is that kind of
I don't know.
Patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty. 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 Trying to catch me riding dirty.
What do you think about GMOs?
I know nothing about them.
The majority of the students I interviewed in my class gave a definitive answer as to whether GMOs were good or bad. But should people really have this definitive opinion about GMOs? What it really comes down to is people are not being educated enough about the pros and cons of GMOs. So let's learn the facts.
Agriculture in the past has always kind of been changing the genetics of the crops that we eat, but they've been doing it in subtle ways. Like you guys know, like there's a whole bunch of different variety of dogs, variety of horses. If you want a fast horse, you'll breed two fast horses together, you know, and then hopefully the offspring will be faster because they have those genes that contribute to speed. They've done the same things with crops, so they have breeded different varieties together to improve taste or shelf life or things like that. That everyone, or the majority of public opinion, feels like that's okay because we're used to it and we've been doing it for a long period of time. But that is genetically modifying organisms and the populations of the genes in a group. But it's in a very slow fashion. But what they have done that I think is something that might contribute to just the overall well-being of society is they've taken genes for like a vitamin, like vitamin A or carotene. That in some countries you have people who don't have enough of that vitamin that they need for their health. So they'll take that gene out of a plant that has that vitamin and they'll put it into a crop that's readily grown in that area. So they'll take, the gene for vitamin A or for carotene and they'll put it into the rice that those people eat. And they call that yellow rice. That is a transgenic, that's a genetically modified organism. But those people were suffering from like blindness and things like that because they didn't have enough of that vitamin, and now they're not because we were able to take that one gene out and put it into something else.
OMG GMOs.